Yeah, I think this is the issue now because we have ignored so much of our environment that you do not notice anymore what's happening to the environment. So we need to bring back this awareness. The environment is important. It's all about knowledge. It's also about science. So we talk about the burung tempur just now. How do you actually notice it and use it to increase knowledge of how actually ecology works? That there is a cycle in ecology and you need to sustain those cycles because until and unless we understand the cycle, then we're going to destroy nature again. So this is what I think the new science that we want to talk about, bringing awareness so that we can together preserve what is available around us and make it even better, insyaAllah.
Projek yang kita fikirkan in terms of burung tempur, the weaver bird tu, itu semua sebenarnya nak dapatkan collaboration with the society outside and also organisations and society the NGOs and of course we actually seek funding sebenarnya so through that method we hope to actually organize events. So it becomes like an enrichment for the training of our students in the Kulliyyah lah. So not only that we are working within our own Kulliyyah, but also with others on campus and even perhaps from Gombak and outside. For instance, I mentioned just now to Tan Sri, we would like to have music as an elective. So it's not common that nowadays that people have a musical instrument at home. So not a lot of us are actually able to actually learn to play a violin or a piano. As you would know, those musical instruments are very expensive. So if we can actually provide opportunities for our students, it is sort of like an enrichment whereby our brains will be more stimulated and it'll be more open towards learning and training.
Kulliyyah of Science is a very important Kulliyyah for the reason that science is the thing today. You cannot move anything without science. But the issue is what sort of science are we talking about? There are pseudoscience, there are hard science, and there are science which is also very applied. So I want to get into the notion of the science that we teach in this university are applicable to people around us, particularly young students who have a different idea of what science is about. We talk about science now, are people wearing white coats, things like that, whereas science is a way of life. And how do they understand science as part as life so that they don't struggle to understand this as something which is foreign, a concept that they are difficult to understand. I'll give an example, if you're somebody who play a kite, playing kite is about science, it's about physics actually. So how do you understand science in that particular respect? So if you bring science to that level, then you get more people understanding science and doing science. So the marine school to me is an important thing because it relates to everyday life. You cannot understand life now without understanding water. You cannot understand the water without understanding the ocean. And this whole idea needs to come together again. And I think they have got a fantastic facilities. And I think that facilities need to be shared with people around us. And the sooner we do this, the better. At the same time, others are welcome to join in if they can make some contribution to what we are trying to do, insyaAllah.
Currently, we have two flagship programs under Kulliyyah of Science. One is about patin buah, another one is about marine schools. It's under SDG 14, Life Below Water. So we talk about marine schools. I would like to stress on this because in Malaysia we have three main important ecosystem, which is coral reef ecosystem, mangrove ecosystem, and seagrass ecosystem. So without these three ecosystems, there will be no life. There is no fish, for example. And then I would like to quote message from Fisheries Department. So they said that if we do nothing to save the oceans, by the year 2030 there will be no fish. So meaning that we really need to concentrate on how we can save the oceans, because nowadays due to climate change, global warming and so on, right? So marine school is a good platform whereby many people from various expertise cross the department, cross the Kulliyyah can come in and join us.
I think the Kulliyyah of Language and Management, given the name as it is quite a unique Kulliyyah, dealing with a number of cross-cutting issues. I think this is what I see today after the Dean present. And therefore, I think the scope of work is very broad. So they can work with any other Kulliyyah, or in fact they can work alone, because I think they have enough resources in trying to conceptualize what they want to do. What is important is basically how relevant is this to the community and to the Kulliyyah itself. For example, when we talk about languages, we don't want to overlap with what other people are doing, and therefore the focus must be very much on cultural, on civilization, on things that people have not talked about, and that's why I suggested the peribahasa, the simpulan bahasa, which is part of language, but has embedded a lot more values that we can pick on and we can use it for our practice.
Alhamdulillah, today we have learned many things from Tan Sri. Number one is to bring back our heritage, our culture. So through our language, we have Bahasa Melayu here, and also through our new flagship project under Kulliyyah, which is Tirkah Rimba. Tirkah means something that relates to heritage. We bring back their knowledge, we bring back their games, we bring back their language, so we can help them in terms of sustaining their life. Other than that, we also think of breaking the silos. Okay, not only KLM to work on the projects, we bring other Kulliyyahs like Kulliyyah of Medicine, Kulliyyah of RKHS, bring them together to be with us, to focus on language, heritage, culture.